some of the better shots, that's what they're doing. They're using like the hairs on the tree, the root hairs of a tree, and he's whispering to it in the future, you know.
They really hit the gas, I think, on, trying to take a fantasy representation and very metaphorical for these, superhuman problems.
The best scene of the entire movie, as awful as it was when his wife... Alright, here we go. Colby, are you ready?
Ready.
Alright. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Film Fan Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Fortenberry, a.k.a. Cold Toes McGee.
And I'm his co-host, Colby Dungan, a.k.a. his co-host.
Keep in mind while listening, we are not professional film critics, nor do we pretend to be.
We're just some normal guys doing reviews of movies.
All right, we got a great show coming up for you guys. We have Movie of the Week, Top 3, and Cinema Trivia. Be warned, the podcast you're about to hear has spoilers. All right, Colby. You liking this podcast and hosting stuff so far?
I'm liking it so far. Definitely still feel like an amateur, but we're making our ways, in, getting more comfortable every episode.
Yeah, we're definitely amateurs. That's why we have these coffee mugs that have our logo on them. It's how amateur this podcast is for all the naysayers out there.
What do you mean? This makes us pros.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, I guess let's get into it. The movie of the week is the first thing we got. So let's get started with...
Movie of the week.
The movie of the week, yeah. Movie of the week is the segment where my co-host and I watch a movie during the week, try to keep an open mind about it, and just talk about it. And the movie of the week is... The Fountain. All right, quick summary. Tommy, a scientist, is looking for a medical breakthrough to treat his wife Izzy's cancer. Now that's actually like very basic, obviously, because there's a lot more to this movie than that. We'll try not to ruin too much of it right off the jump. It was released in 2006. It's rated PG-13 for some intense sequences of violent action and some sensuality in language. It was directed by Darren Aronofsky. He directed Requiem for a Dream, The Whale, Noah, and Black Swan.
I love Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah? I still have yet to see that one. I need to watch it.
It's not an easy watch, but it's good.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I saw it was on a list for movies you can only watch one time, so...
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think I've seen it once, and we'll see.
Yeah, okay. It was written by Darren Aronofsky and Ari Handel. It stars Hugh Jackman, Rachel Weisz, and Sean Patrick Thomas. It received 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Has 9 award wins and 38 award nominations. Okay, so this is the part. This is the fun part. Is where we get to actually talk about it. So, yeah, man. I got some little details here. Nothing crazy, but overall impression of this movie. What'd you think?
I love the sci-fi elements. I thought it was thematically very, very genuine. It tries, it takes the sci-fi, it takes stuff that, obviously isn't, very based in reality, fountain of youth, kind of time travel aspect, but then it grounds it into the most real concept of, loss, cancer, disease, loss of loved ones, dealing with grief, all the trauma that comes out of that. So definitely deals with some very, very human problems, for sure.
Yeah, especially for the type of movie it is. It definitely seemed to me to be more fantasy, in the fantasy genre than sci-fi. Because, I guess this really isn't spoiling anything because it's in the trailer, but basically Hugh Jackman's character is in, 3 different times, right? And
it's confusing.
Yeah, it's very confusing. I'm still kind of baffled by it, having a hard time understanding what the point was of having those 3 different stories and how they related to each other, how they tied in together. There's a lot of analogies and similes and things like that throughout the movie that shows how they're tied together, but it never really gives you... There's a lot of ambiguity. There's a lot of... openness in this movie for interpretation. So I think if you're a fan of art, then
I think it's a beautiful movie.
yes.
I think some of those like sky shots with the colors and the nebula.
Yeah.
And like you want to talk about like, and then when the music, the kind of cool spacey music's going in the background.
Right.
I forget I don't know exactly what it was. I'm going to say nebula. I'm not exactly sure, but it's like that yellow star formation looking thing. And it's like, I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. You kind of pause for a second and you're
Backtracking here at the beginning, did the conquistadors have anything to do with the stars? I don't remember them. So I know in the middle of the movie, so it's basically 3 different time periods in this movie. Yep. So you got like conquistador Spain time period, you got modern time, and then you got a futuristic time. And so basically the plot is he's trying to find the Fountain of Youth to unite the country or something. I don't know. The plot point for that wasn't very solid for me to be like, oh, this is actually like super important.
Same.
Because I don't remember. And I didn't write it down, so obviously it wasn't that important.
My notes weren't top tier on this one, but
right.
we're going to make it.
But in the second, the middle time period, you have the connection between the ending where he's traveling through the stars in this giant bubble, which is kind of how
it's like his space-time continuum.
Yeah,
time machine bubble, like
weird, man. I didn't get it, and he's like all I don't know, not Confucius. What's the type of people that are like in the Himalayas? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Like well, I know in like Tibet and stuff, they have like the mystic schools and like the old school
like a
mysticism.
monk or something. Yeah,
I don't know if monk's the best word, but yeah, like the old school mystics.
Yes,
like,
he's a mystic.
like grounded ancient wisdom.
Right, and he's up there like levitating around in his bubble and stuff. It's a very odd movie.
They really hit the gas, I think, on trying to take a fantasy representation and very metaphorical.
Yeah.
For these superhuman problems.
Right. Sure. Well, what was your? I don't really have a favorite scene per se. Actually, I do. I do have a favorite scene. Do you have a favorite scene?
Yeah, probably the one I just mentioned. I thought it was super visually striking. I wish I could.
The nebula area when he's like going in the bubble
really get to
up
see
in
the sky
space.
Scenery and the nebula's rising up. And like it's that. I thought that was just breathtaking.
Yeah, it actually was really cool, and I was wondering how they filmed it. I had read in some trivia saying that it was like something from Petri dishes, but I don't know if that sounded like a bunch of hokey. If it was, that's super cool that they were able to do that
if you
on.
Look close enough at anything, it actually shows the scope of that it's
Right.
everything.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it makes you think of the War of the Worlds or something.
Yeah, they definitely were trying to hit on that kind of Fountain Youth themes, cross multiple timelines, like
everything's connected. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Maybe, I think we just solved our own problem and just talking it out just now. Because one of my favorite, or some of the better shots, that's what they're doing. They're using like the hairs on the tree, the root hairs of a tree, and he's whispering to it in the future, and then he's doing the same thing to his wife in modern times, which was just kind of odd. So it's like the tree is kind of like his wife, sort of. He's just, I don't know, he's super lonely traveling through space. Maybe he's gone crazy.
Like, is she like fully representative of the tree of life?
I don't know.
Kind of thing.
Maybe.
And obviously there's a big life-death duality theme here.
Yeah.
For anything to be created, something has to die. But at the end of the day, we're humans and we don't like things to die.
No.
So things that we love, we'll do anything we can to try to prevent that. And we accidentally missed the point.
It makes me think of even just the tree being in the Amazon, that idea of like the Amazon, everything, life cycle there is so fast. Yep. Things that die, are decomposed by fungus within 2 days or something, and then it immediately becomes nutrients to something else.
The lack of, traffic and full-blown civilization going on in some of those like untouched areas, it actually is also like kind of a preservative for ancient structures, or we don't know what's in there. We still don't already know. So it's at the same time, like biologically, things die and kind of come back fast, but things that aren't alive, kind of get preserved because of the lack of traffic.
Trying to think of what the term for that is. That's a tough one. I used to know. I can't remember. It has to do with humans. I guess Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're smart.
Yeah, we're. I promise, we actually know some stuff. We just, I don't know, being on the spot, have time limit and stuff makes it hard. Um, so as far as the ending goes, though, what did you think about the ending?
I obviously it sucks, and it sucks for him,
Right.
but not that the ending actually sucks, but I I like it stays true to theme. It's the kind of what I hit at a while ago. You can try so hard to preserve something and not let go of something that you actually miss the point, and you kind of concede your ability to really appreciate the final moments of something.
Yeah.
And so instead of just kind of being in the moment with his wife, with the person he loves the
And
most,
yeah,
and
she's
truly
dying.
having
Yeah.
having something he could take with him the rest of his life, he kind of lost out on that. He missed the point.
Yeah.
He
And
missed it with his maniacal search to solve and fix everything, which is noble, it's heroic, it's all these good traits, but he completely missed the point, and he wasn't with his wife as much as he could have been
right.
in her last moments, and he deeply regrets that.
Yep. Memento mori.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. There's
Bust
some.
out the Latin.
There's all
Latin's
right.
smart.
No, but for real, it's that was probably the best scene of the entire movie. As awful as it was when his wife died, and he had literally just found the cure for her cancer, and she died. Like, yeah, big spoiler there. I told y'all there was going to be spoilers, so don't get mad at me.
It's hard not to, guys.
That it's really hard not to. This part of the movie was so good. That's some of the best acting from Hugh Jackman ever, hands down. He doesn't get credit for it because nobody really knows about this movie.
He's the man.
But that was top notch, man. Yeah, I just you want to break down and cry with him. It sucks.
And
But
the tattoos.
yeah,
They're kind of like notes to himself, right?
right. So, and this ties back into the title. So, the fountain, right? We think it's about the fountain of youth, but the movie's about the tree of life. However, the pen that his wife is using is a fountain pen. And then he uses that fountain pen to give himself tattoos way into the future.
Yep.
So obviously, he's been sucking on this tree's bark for like thousands of years to get to Xibalba, the place where he's gonna see it explode eventually, right? Yeah. Like that's the whole point. Yeah. So it is one of the best scenes. Him, that whole thing that happened with his wife. But I think the best part about it was, in sort of a comedic sense, whenever the thing blows up and the face he makes, and he just accepts it, that life is starting over. Yeah. I love that part. But yeah.
I thought the movie did a great job of staying on theme.
Yeah,
it was true to itself. Whether you like it, whether you fully like their creative choices or not, I thought they were consistent with what they were trying to portray.
Right. And you can definitely, themes 100% stayed the same through the whole thing. It's very confusing. It's one of those things you have to, I think, sit back and look at and say, what was this movie actually about? It's presented in the modern times as the easiest way to understand it, but it's presented in every timeline as well. So, really cool movie. If you could...
No, that was a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like because the struggle would look, or the journey to solve this mystic equation or this problem of death, fighting death. Basically.
The human condition.
It's going to look different.
Yeah.
Within all these, different, where society was at in these three different
right.
ones.
What would you change anything about this movie if you could?
They're smarter than I am. No. No. I like their creative choices. I love the imagery. I thought it was a visually striking film, especially some of the futuristic scenes, and as I've said, the nebula and his little space-time continuum bubble machine thing. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. I don't think I'd change anything about it either, just because it's like I said, it's one of those, you really don't have to watch it several times. You watch it one time, and you get a good sense of what it's about. You understand the message. You can talk about it with other people, and I feel like it's one of those you can really unpack with other people, especially after you first watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely one that I recommend at least watch once. Give it a shot. it's not bad.
It's trying to teach you.
Yeah.
It's one of those that it's not shy about it. It's
Right.
like, hey, no, like we have like the director has like a moral lesson he wants to kind of teach. Be in the moment. Don't maniacally go off center to try to solve problems instead of, be in the moment and appreciate what's there while it's there.
While it lasts, yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Because death comes for us all, man. So, yeah.
I'm 30 years old. I'm still figuring it out.
Aren't we all? Well, I would say I'd say it's time to rate it. I think we've now talked this one. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to give it?
Solid 7.5.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't perfect. It has some slow moments. It's definitely a heady movie. It's not like I'm not gonna say it's a hard watch. It's not a hard watch. But it's not like it's not. You don't need action scenes or anything. I'm not saying that, but I just a solid 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Good emotionally driven thematic movie that could have been a little more exciting, but it's very sentimental.
Yeah, man, you always I'm telling you, like, every time I write it down, I think that I need to go higher, but I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. There's so many more movies that I would give a higher rating for, that it's hard for me to place them in that category. For that reason, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Now, had I never seen a movie before in my life, it'd probably be a 10 out of 10. But, there's other movies out there, guys.
Yeah, we've said it before. You got to grind to get over a 7 or an 8 on this guy.
Right? Oh, man.
He's got to cry to get a 7.
I do, yeah. You got to make me cry and feel it. Like, I have to feel it. And in every scene, I got to feel it. Like, when we talk about Oppenheimer, then maybe it's going to be up there. But anyways, while we don't have a sponsor for this episode, we do have something that might interest you. Amazon Prime. You can sign up for a 30-day free trial of Prime Video by following the link in the description below. This one, it'll give you access to a wide range of entertainment options, and it's a way to go support us as well. If you're looking to rent this specific movie, we've included a link for that too, making it just a little bit more convenient for you guys. And if you're already a Prime member, simply click on our link when you want to watch it. Even if the movie's covered by your membership, your support helps us out. It's time for
the top 3.
This is a piece where we choose the top 3 of some category and order them accordingly, with number 1 being the best. And the category for this episode is fantasy movies. All right, Colby, what you got for your number 3?
Okay, number 3, fantasy movies. I hope this falls into this category, but I went with Constantine, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that falls into the category. That's good.
I love that movie. I don't know if it's perceived, if it's like critically viewed as like a great movie, but I've seen that movie 15 times. Since I was a kid. I love it. It's Keanu Reeves in a Keanu Reeves role. He's awesome. He's he's got the steel face. But I love their depiction of the devil.
Yeah.
I thought it was like one of the cooler creative choices. It's not big red guy and crazy horns. It's more of like a human interpretation.
A businessman,
he's got
Russian
like the black tar,
businessman kind of guy.
Falling off. He's just oozing with evil energy, and he's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool as hell. I love that movie.
No, yeah, it's a good one. When did that movie come out? Like 2006, 5,
somewhere between 2000 and 2007.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Probably 03, 04, 05.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. I wasn't even that. I was an adult, and I hadn't really got into scary movies yet. I remember being like, "Oh, this is actually a freaky movie."
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. My number 3 is going to be The Green Mile.
Okay.
I think this falls into fantasy category. I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
It's a good movie, man.
Fight me. I don't know.
Hey, it fits. It's our podcast. Come up with your own.
If you don't like it, do your own podcast.
Yeah. We got to remind ourselves of that.
Yeah. No, it's a good movie, man. It's definitely one of those that I don't know when it was made, but I know it was one of Sam Rockwell's first movies. He's the kind of crazy inmate on death row, and in that role, he said he would never play a character like that ever again.
Really? Kind of like
he said it was the worst.
He creeped him out.
He said it was he felt like a disgusting human being just playing the character. So,
jeez.
Yeah.
It's like the hidden parts of all the acting stuff.
Yeah.
We kind of forget is like some of these characters probably go with these guys, and you know, if they like don't like where it was taken, and be like, oh no, I might have made them. I can't take it back.
Yep.
I've made myself act like that. Now am I
Right.
stuck with a percentage of that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
I'd love to ask an actor that just to say, hey, man, how bad does it get? Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe that's one of those questions you shouldn't ask.
Right.
What's your number 2, dude?
Number 2, went with a more lighthearted one. Dungeons and Dragons, the new one with Chris Pine.
Okay, I was going to ask if it was the 90s one.
No. I like that. It's I'd call it. It's kind of kiddie. It's
It's great.
But dude, it's sick.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's funny.
Yeah, the fat dragon scene's
What's
hilarious.
his face is he's a funny, good leading guy.
Yeah.
I thought it was cheeky. I thought it did exactly what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It was a very enjoyable, lighthearted, fun, adventure,
100%.
fantasy film.
Watch it with the kids, but like you're
Yeah.
a parent and you're like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
good. Yeah.
I agree. That's a good one. I'm going to say my number 2 is Big Fish, and we did
Fish.
we did a review on that movie. Me and my wife did. I can't remember what the episode it was, but yeah, we went into depth on that one. It's a pretty good movie. It's definitely up there on top list of all movies.
Yeah.
Really enjoy that one.
You can watch it with the whole family, watch it as an adult, watch it as a kid or a teenager, and
Yeah.
you feel like this is a good sentimental.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's good
Yeah,
for the
especially if you come from a family that tells stories, like
Yeah.
it means a lot more. Yeah.
soul. As a
so-
parent, you have an extra appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's your
Number one, magnum opus trilogy of all time. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. It's too
too
it's the
easy.
low hanging fruit.
Yeah, man,
Everyone
of
knows
course.
it. Most people have seen them, each one multiple times. I love them. I don't know which one's my favorite. It doesn't matter. All three.
We just
It's-
we just recently finished The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
Hobbits are good
this
too.
week.
I don't like them as much, but probably just because I'm a sucker for the practical effects, and might be more of a case of just the era that they came out.
Yeah.
And how more creative they had to be. The Hobbits
yeah.
are so coming from like the practical fights and the siege in number 2 and the big battles in Return of the King.
Yeah.
Maybe I just am always gonna kind of fall in love with that. I watched them growing up as a kid. The Hobbits got so much CGI, it just kind of takes you out of it. They're still good.
Yeah.
I don't want to show them a disservice, but I mean, greatest fantasy epic of all time, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with that.
Lord of the Rings.
And I really did want to put The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings on my list. However, I feel like they are almost too deserving of it.
Yep, I
I
fell for the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
So I'm going to go with kind of a weird one that a lot of people probably haven't heard in a long time, but Reign of Fire. Reign
My
of Fire.
favorite dragon movie.
Yeah, it's one of the best, man. And that came out when we were like little, man. We were like 7, 8 years old when that movie came out.
Dude, McConaughey is like a whole era before his like popular era.
Yeah, he was all shaved head and like ripped muscles and
Absolutely.
like with a cigar and stuff, big old mustache, just look
hilarious.
nothing like
His
himself.
character is hilarious.
Yeah.
Just one of the most like grounded dragon movies. It's wicked. Dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's like almost sci-fi instead of,
Well-
or like it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it because it's grounded in realism as much as a dragon movie can be.
Right, yeah.
But it's like super bleak. It's like everything's burned, ashes everywhere. Like they're all basically like they're all super poor and just barely making
Mm-hmm.
it, with the crops and stuff. And like there's this big, obviously the presence in the background. When's the dragon gonna come? If
Right.
he comes, we're done. Like in the urgency they take and all their like protocols.
And that was one of the first Christian Bale. I think that was the first Christian Bale movie I had ever seen.
Really?
Yeah,
a good
trying
one.
to think what else he would have been in prior to that I would see as a little kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say the big
American Psycho maybe,
one.
but I
was
wouldn't
gonna say,
seen
but
that.
that's
as a
not really
kid.
for kids.
You know what I mean?
but
So
that was like 99. that was
yeah,
pretty-
99, 2000, somewhere in that time era where digital was just starting to pick up. But
Christian Bale's a man, dude.
yeah,
He's cool.
well, yeah, for sure. Especially in that movie, and it was just I don't know, man. He's like this great leader. You know who else is in that movie that I just thought of is the Scottish guy off the 300. What is his name, dude?
The guy who comes out in the eye patch at the end of 300.
No. Spartacus. Or the
Oh my God, Gerard Butler.
Gerard, yeah, is he Spartacus in that movie? What's his name?
Not Spartacus. He's Leonidas.
They're the Spartans. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Leonidas, King Leonidas, whatever. Sorry.
Spartacus
I'm sorry,
is the
everybody.
gladiator.
Don't crucify me.
I swear we know things. I swear.
Just takes a minute to get it all rolling, you know? But yeah, he's in that movie too.
Spartacus, duh, makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes sense. Spartacus, Spartans, whatever.
I forgot. He is in that.
Do you have an honorable mention?
Honorable mention. I did not put down honorable mention for these, but just off the head, I mean, I guess it's animated. But I love the Dragon series, just because the Dragon's fresh in my... Yeah, the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy.
Well, they're coming out with the live action.
Those are, as far as like
a live action dragon.
Movies, they're pretty good, man. Yeah. I like them. And yes, the live action one, I think it just came out. I think my cousin was telling me him and his wife went and saw it the other day. He said it was really good.
Really?
So
it looks like a copycat, but they got Gerard Butler actually playing the dad. I thought that was cool.
He's playing stoic, which is hilarious. Like, I don't know.
It's like it actually fits.
Did they
okay,
beef him up and put him in all these clothes or whatever? Because in the animated, he's like, I mean,
just like a giant.
He's Gerard Butler's, a normal in shape guy,
right?
But he definitely has the voice and the face for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good casting.
Yeah, we'll eventually watch that one. I'll probably wait till that one comes out.
I like
streaming
that
platforms.
as far as just a family-friendly animated trilogy, heartfelt, good writing. It's not as an adult, you're not like, this is stupid and cheeky. It's good.
Right. Yeah.
Solid.
I've got a lot of honorable mentions, but
always so many.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, always. But I'm going to say Life of Pi. Life of Pi.
I like Life of Pi.
It's not one of those movies I get to watch very often because my wife is not a big fan of it. But I think it is a very unique movie as far as storytelling. I can't think of a single movie where some dude is stranded out in the middle of the ocean on a life raft with a tiger.
Yeah.
Or any animal for that matter.
They had to do so much with, okay, here's your plot device.
Yeah. You're like,
make a movie.
What do we do with this?
You got to get real creative.
Yeah.
And I respect it. It's been a while. I probably saw it, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, but I know after I watched it, I was like, that's a good piece of cinema.
Yeah.
Like, it's solid.
Even though it was like all animated, who cares, man? Like, at the end of the day, that's, good storytelling's good storytelling, man.
If it's good, it's good. I had animated stuff on mine. Good stuff is good stuff.
All right, we got to keep moving on. And so, it's now time for my favorite segment. It's time to play
Cinema Trivia.
The rules are simple. Me and my guest ask each other movie trivia questions, 3 questions each. Best out of 3. With the off chance that there is a tie, we will go into overtime.
He says off chance. It's like every episode we go into OT.
So I'll start this off. Colby, you ready for number 1? Oh,
Absolutely.
I don't have the number 1 for you. I'm going to start with number 2 because you saw my number 1.
Ooh.
And I'll come up with a different question.
Sharing scripts.
It sucks. Yeah, sometimes yeah, whatever. All right, in the Harry Potter films, what is the name of the sport that Harry and Ron play on broomsticks in the movie?
Oh, easy. Quidditch.
Yeah, all right. Whatever, Colby.
All right. So I mentioned Lord of the Rings earlier, so I got one for that.
Okay.
What is the name of the largest kingdom of men in Lord of the Rings trilogy? 4.
4? Well, at the end they scream, "For Frodo!"
Yes,
so that's what popped in my head. I should know this. I literally just watched Return of the King yesterday. I just finished it.
Shows you what kind of film fan this guy is.
Is it the White Kingdom or whatever? The White Place? There's the White Place, right?
I wouldn't say it's white. It's more gray.
But the castle village place is like up on a mountain and it's like white. Is it Arendor? Is that the name of it?
Nope.
Is Arendor a place in Lord of the Rings?
It sounds like it could be in Lord of the Rings, but I don't know what Aragorn is from specifically.
I don't think I could get a hint, and it would help because it's probably one of those like crazy names. You could say it and be like, "Oh yeah, what is it?"
Gondor.
God.
Come on, man. See, I just ended
Gondor,
or
whatever, same thing.
for Gondor.
It's close, man. It was close. Okay. All right, you ready for number
Hit
2?
me with number 2.
Number 2. In this movie, the hero Perseus must embark on a dangerous quest
Immortals.
to defeat the monstrous Kraken and save the city of Argos.
No, it's
What movie is this?
Ooh, I jumped the gun and I was wrong, but it's I said Immortals, but it's not. It's Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans. Is there two? I forget which one's the first
You got
one.
it right. It's Clash of the Titans.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the dude from Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington.
It's the guy from Avatar, right?
Avatar, the blue people.
Nice. Let's see. All right, here we go. A little Keanu Reeves trivia.
Oh, thanks.
I'm kind
little
of
free
matching them up with my top 3. What film was Keanu Reeves' movie debut?
Bill and Ted.
No.
What?
I would have thought the same thing if I hadn't looked it up.
What is it?
It's actually a movie called Youngblood.
Yeah, I'm not. When was it made? Like 86 or something?
Like 86, 87. I think Bill and Ted was early 90s.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Whatever, Colby. Well, you already won this one. Dang, man. All right, do you want the other question?
Of course.
All right. Okay.
Come on, this is what the people crave.
This is what the people want. Give the people what they want. What is the name of the lion who is the rightful king of Narnia?
Starts with an A.
For
For Aslan.
That's right. Good
There we
job. Go. Oh God.
Okay.
Is it any surprise that I'd lose anymore?
What do you want? Do you want your last one?
Yeah, I'll take one more. Sure.
All right. In the movie Idiocracy,
Okay.
what is the fictional drink that plants crave? It's what plants crave.
Well, they say electrolytes.
but the electrolytes.
Yeah, but what's the name of the? Is it like sports?
What's the name of the brand? It's what plants crave, Caleb.
I thought it was electrolytes was what plants crave.
No, that's what's in it.
Well, yeah, I know that part. I just don't.
It's like a faux Gatorade.
Right, yeah. Is
But
it like
what's the
Power
name?
Juice or something? I don't know. Am I close?
Brondo.
Brondo. I wasn't even kind of close. God damn,
but
you destroyed me on this
It's
one.
but it's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. Why won't the plants grow? Because they're pouring they're watering the plants with Gatorade, and they're wondering why they have problems. This is where we're headed.
Luke Wilson, man, he's like the most average person ever.
And then they're super geniuses in the future.
I feel like that movie has gotten like such a cult following since it was made.
I am one of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of people really enjoy that.
I love Idiocracy. If you don't get it,
It's
not
who
for
on
you.
you? That's how I feel about it.
not
It's a
for
good
you.
movie. Good.
Smoked him in that trivia.
Whatever, man. All right, this portion of Cinema Trivia is for all the listeners, viewers, spectators, and film fanatics. And movie buffs. I did it again. I keep messing that line up. I'm going to ask you a question about a film, and you have to figure out the answer. This will be part of the podcast from now until the show ends, so listen closely and see if you know the answer. In the film Rocky, what are Rocky's pet turtles' names?
Ooh.
If you think you know what the answer is, leave a comment. Also, if you want a shout out, make a post to Instagram with the hashtag FilmFanPodcast, and in your caption, put the answer and which episode of Film Fan you're listening to and where you're from. If you do this, I will try my best to give you a shout out in the next episode.
And speaking of shout-outs, Reagan from Tyler, Texas knew the answer to the Gone Girl trivia. The movie was Legally Blonde. Thank you so much for listening, Reagan. We need more guys like you and girls. We need everyone. Tell your friends.
Yes.
You're like our first like real fans. We need you guys. You can help us get out there, man.
We need more people like
appreciate
Reagan.
you, Reagan.
Hey, you're in this episode, so share it, okay? And let all your friends know.
Let them know you're
get your
famous.
shout-out. Yeah. Colby, thanks for joining me. Anything you want to end with?
Yes, absolutely. You can check us out at Film Fan Podcast on Instagram. If you like the show and you want to help us out, give us a high rating, 5 stars on whatever your preferred streaming platform may be. Also, we have links in the description to all our gear. If you're creative and interested, please check it out.
Yeah, if you're listening on the Spotify podcast, swipe up, shoot us some comments. Lastly, subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube. And let us know what movie we should review next. We look forward to hearing from you guys. That's a wrap. We'll see you next time on Film Fan.
Later, guys.